Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here. Welcome back to another episode of Myth Busting Mondays. I hope that you guys are well. I hope you guys end up having, once again, a good Thanksgiving weekend and also a good Black Friday. Now 'tis the Christmas season where we can actually listen to Christmas music at an appropriate time like normal people. But yeah, anyways guys, not wanting to get sidetracked there. Basically, I just want to say is I hope that you are well since we talked last. But yes, guys, for today's episode of Myth Busting Mondays, we got a lot of good stuff, but the final myth, the ultimate myth of today's episode, is going to be the myth: can the gravel trap on Evansburg or the Devil's Return kill you? Is it able to suffocate you to death? Because you will see why I refer to that later on in the video at the very end. If you guys have been enjoying today's video and you guys are looking forward to this episode of Myth Busting Mondays, please show your support by dropping a like, comment, and subscribe. If there is any particular myth that you guys would like to see in next week's episode, please put it in the comment section down below. But yeah, guys, let's get on with this week's episode of Myth Busting Mondays. Myth: can you dodge the sleeper and Back for Blood? Alrighty guys, so when it comes to Back for Blood, we all know about a lot of the special infected by now. We're starting to get used to them and starting to memorize their names. Although the one special infected that does kind of end up getting like pushed to the side and really doesn't stand out like a lot of the rest of them is the Sleeper, which is basically like the fourth secret version of the Hawker. And the thing is with this particular infected is that they are really, really good at screwing you at a moment's notice. Because if you're running around a corner and you don't end up having, like, let's say, captions on, you can end up getting jumped by these things really, really easily. They're basically just, like, hawkers that are preset on the wall and ready to grab you. And it's basically kind of like the scrap concept of, like, how when the hunter was able to hide on the roofs and be able to jump at you from that angle. But instead that these guys are on walls. Now, I want to see if you can time a jump right, or just run through them, and you can avoid the sleeper, just so that way they can't pin you, because they're really quick. So, I'm going to run past a couple of these and just see if I can avoid them. So, that one got me. Alright, so that one doesn't count. That one died, so that doesn't count. That one got shot. The bots are actually killing things when I don't want them to here. Alrighty, guys, but fear not, there is still plenty of these guys on search and rescue, so we're just going to keep going. That one got killed. Now, there's probably only about, like, 2 left here, so that one got me, or we got, like, one more shot at this, so let's go for it. Alright, and I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'm going to replay that in slow motion. He jumped right in front of me, and he barely missed. So yeah, guys, this myth is officially confirmed. You can dodge the sleepers and Back for Blood, and you don't even necessarily need to have a speed build. I just ran my normal build that I end up doing in Back for Blood. So if anything, it's more rather about just your timing, if anything. Myth: can you glitch to the top of the diner and Back for Blood? Alrighty guys, so I am now on the diner finale and Back for Blood, and basically the way that this myth works is that you have to take the minigun that's at the diner, and then you gotta jump on the one truck in the corner, and then you have to end up placing the minigun in just the right spot so it's actually at the tip of the diner and will allow you to be able to place it there. And then if you can get a running jump, you can actually grab onto it, which allows you to basically get on top of the diner. This is kind of a way you can cheese the game and basically get into an invincibility spot. So we're going to be seeing if we can just try to replicate this. So I'm just going to see if I can try to even get the thing on the diner first of all. And so far it's giving me a lot of red. It's not really wanting to work with me here, but I will keep trying just in case it's maybe like a specific spot. Oh, I did see green for a split second. There might be hope here for a second. Alright, let's try this again. Let me see if I can get a specific spot where it gets green. Because it was there for just a flick of a second. And yep, there it is again. Alright, well, let's try this again. Let's try to make a good jump. If we can get a good jump and I can just mash my button, we can get it. Oh, well, what do you know? It actually worked. But now this is the real test. Can we grab onto it? So let's see. We're going to try to run at it. And I don't even know if we can get this, but we're just going to see. So let's run on it. If we can grab, we got it. Yeah. Alright, look at that. We got up there, and you can even see all the survivors on the diner there. Now, I am going to try it again just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. So if we can do this again, it's basically myth confirmed at this point. Yeah, it's myth confirmed. Yep, this myth is confirmed. Myth: can you shoot the ogre through walls? Alright guys, now the only way I know really how to control the ogre spawns, so that way we can be in an area that will basically guarantee us a safe spot where we can shoot him, is by going into Harlem's the Worm Part 1. And I'm just going to be luring the ogre over to the safe room here, so that way I have the most, like, controlled environment. I'm in the safe room, I got the bots, I've got loot, I've got basically everything in my favor. And as you guys can see, it seems to be a pretty safe spot, minus the fact that he's throwing his little, like, flesh meatball things at me, kind of like how the tank does in Left 4 Dead. Now, I'm just waiting for him to get a little bit closer so that way I can actually be able to test this myth properly. Because right now he's really at a distance, and it's really kind of like unfair to test. So you can sort of see I'm like nicking him through the wall, but it easily can be confused for his arm. But now we're starting to get into the really big obvious part where you can see that I'm aiming the crosshair like over to the left. And I'm clearly hitting him because you can see the health bar is going down. And it's not necessarily like the thickest wall in the world, I will admit that. But keep in mind that this is Fort Hope. This is basically the safe haven of Back 4 Blood. And it also is the safe room officially. So with all that stuff combined, regardless of what the wall looks like in terms of thickness, this should be a pretty damn sturdy wall. And he also is at a distance. So regardless of the fact that I have the minigun, regardless of the fact of the material of the wall, all the bullet travel alone should just be enough to be able to not register a hit on him. But yet, it still manages to. So yeah, it's hitting him, and this myth is confirmed. You can clearly hit the ogre through a wall, given the circumstances. Now, is this something that you should be doing on a regular basis? No, not necessarily. You should try to see if you can juke out the ogre and hit him in his weak spots, in my opinion. But it's for everyone that end up having their own different opinions, so to each their own. But at the end of the day, this myth is confirmed. But before we do move on to the final myth, let's get to our second to last one, actually, because it's a direct follow-up, basically, with this one. Myth. Can you destroy the ogre's flesh ball before it hits you? Alrighty guys, so within the exact same game of the last myth that we just did, I was thinking to myself, I was being like, you know what, this myth was really good to do, other than the part that the fact that the ogre kept hitting me with his giant flesh balls that he pulls out of his heart. I really wish I could destroy those like the tank, and I never really thought to try. So I was like, you know what, can I destroy the little flesh ball that he throws at me, kind of like how that you can destroy the tank rock? So yeah, that's what we're gonna test. It was kind of spontaneous, but I decided to grab the M4 that was just lying in the safe room, and I just was like, screw it, I'm going to be like, you know, just the old Left 4 Dead mentality here. It's going to be like, you know, the thing's super far away from me, I have enough distance, you know, why not try to do this? So in a second here, you guys are going to see me pull out the M4A1. I'm going to shoot his little flesh balls that he throws at my direction. I'm just going to see if I can destroy them, so we're going to pick up the M4 and wait for him to throw another one. And if I can shoot it in time, hopefully it will break. So come on, Ogre, hit me with your best shot. Bring it, you little B-word. Alright, and yeah, it looks like you can destroy it, just like Left 4 Dead. What do you know? Alright guys, so this myth is also confirmed. I really like it when I find out that a lot of the Left 4 Dead mechanics have transitioned over to Back 4 Blood. Because whenever it comes to like game installments, for some reason, a lot of games that I played, the sequels just never really honor old gameplay mechanics. And I'm really glad that a lot of the Left 4 Dead logic basically still applies to this game. Alrighty guys, so now we are on the final myth, the ultimate myth of today's episode, and we're going to be seeing once and for all if the gravel trap on Pain Train can kill you in Back 4 Blood. We're going to see if this thing can suffocate you to death, because it should technically, not that I want it to of course, but it technically should suffocate you, because eventually what happens is that all the gravel does pile up. And, you know, playing games, for example, like Minecraft, we know that gravel can actually be quite lethal. So, if standing directly underneath this thing, will it cause the gravel to function like it would in real life? Or will it end up having, like, some sort of loophole exception because of game design? Let's find out. Myth. Can the gravel filler kill you in Back 4 Blood? Alright guys, so here goes the final myth. We are on the Pain Train chapter, and we're just going to be activating the gravel filler, and we're just going to be standing directly underneath of the thing, and just let the gravel all fall on us. Because most people just get out of the way of this thing. And I just want to see if by just standing underneath of it, will eventually all the gravel accumulate, and we will get buried inside of it, and it will actually suffocate and hurt us. So don't actually mind all the infected that are beating on me. That's not exactly the point. It's not like I want to see if the gravel itself falling on you can kill you, because obviously in like small quantities it would hurt, but it wouldn't actually like take away your health. It wouldn't be enough to basically do like permanent damage. The main thing we're trying to actually have it be as a takeaway is we're trying to see if we actually get buried inside this thing, like where we can't move or we get stuck. And from what I can see, I don't seem to have an issue with moving, nor do I end up seeing anything happening to my teammates. The only thing seeming to affect us is literally just the abundance of zombies that is surrounding us, but that's a completely separate thing in its own right. So it looks like that the devs covered all grounds and had just good game design, so that way that this thing couldn't kill you in such a dumb way or something like that. So yeah, that means that this myth is actually going to be busted, but it's technically a good busted because, like I said, I wouldn't want this to be the case. It would be just stupid if this thing could kill you, because I know a lot of people just kind of like run around on this chapter, and I can imagine people just getting upset about just getting killed by that thing randomly. So this is a good thing, but it's kind of interesting. We almost had an episode for once where everything was just confirmed. That would have been kind of cool. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it here for today's video. I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, and subscribe to show your guys' support. It is always tremendously appreciated. If you guys would like to financially support the channel, I would definitely appreciate if you guys could go check out my Patreon. It's always linked down below in all my YouTube video descriptions. Or you guys could use supporter creator code BlackNinja797 all caps in the Fortnite Epic Games item shops, because Epic's my very first sponsor, and they're sponsoring today's video, so shout out to Epic Games. And if there's any particular myth that you guys would like to see featured in next week's episode, please put it in the comments down below. But yeah, guys, I hope you end up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTuber you guys are ever going to see. Thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.
Hey, meme lords, Jesus here. And you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too. And give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!